Happy Friday, besties. It's happy hour. Woo!
Woo woo.
Fuck yeah.
We survived the week. We are so happy to be joining you at the end of your week today. What do we have going on? I think we have a listener story, don't we, Ashley? We got something interesting in the HRBesties mailbox.
We did. Do you want me to kick off with that to get this happy hour started? It's always good to start with some hot goss.
I know we got a dish about something.
When it's a story of a story, but this happened to this HRBesties listener, and we love these submissions, and this one made me smile. So, recently, guys, we were talking about like global things that happen globally and traditions like Leigh talking about the glass with the water in it or going to P.F. Chang's. Right.
Yeah. We got taking your Chinese colleagues to P.F. Chang's when they visit.
Well, so this listener, this brought up a memory, a repressed memory in her mind. And this listener happens to be in Japan and works in HR. And she wanted to share with us a toxic boss story that is so unbelievable, but true, as the best ones are.
I'm excited.
And HR's nodding along right now because, what's their motto? What did you share the other day, Jamie? The summary of my job. You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, you literally can't make this shit up.
No.
Yeah.
And only Ashley's read this story.
Yeah.
So this is new for us. Ooh, I'm excited.
You will get our legit reactions.
So this person's boss is the CEO. So they report. So shout out to HR reporting to the CEO. So we'll give them a small amount of kudos on that. Exactly. Not finance. But the CEO is an expat from Japan. And recently, he took the whole executive team out in Japan and had an executive team summit. And after the meeting, he had his daughter, who's in her early 20s, meet them so they could spend the rest of the day touring around the city, go to dinner. And so after the dinner, Mr. CEO asked our listener, and then the only other female exec, to go ahead and escort his daughter back to the hotel so that he and the male executive team, who he called the gentleman, could go out. And our listener said, I was momentarily confused as to why the men were going out with the women, but then I understood that the gentlemen were going to a gentleman's club. And I asked him if he's sure that that's the right thing to do, which, again, pause. Shout out to listener for the in the moment, coaching opportunity for Mr. CEO, which of course his response was to again say, please take my daughter back to the hotel, which we did, trying to hide our shock and disgust from her. Following the trip, Mr. CEO included a $3,000 non-itemized bill to the gentleman's club in his expense report. And yes, he was reimbursed, which, as she well ends, says makes open kimono even more cringy.
Oh my God. I mean, look, they just wanted to see some titties. But on a work thing?
That's really a thing, right? I mean, that is definitely a cultural difference there.
Yes.
I mean, that is fairly common in other parts of the world, the men folk still going out alone.
The gentleman.
In other parts of the world, like Manhattan. And
I know. Yeah, no, like Dallas. But it's a cultural thing, but even just in an organization, cultural thing, you know what I mean? Like but that is really cringe for me. And that would really piss me off personally to not be included in something. You know what I mean?
I want to see titties too.
No, it's literally a work event. No, but you know what I mean, right? I mean, like, okay, is someone going to tuck me in and pat me on the fucking head too? I mean, what the fuck,
Right. Like,
why did I bring all these fucking ones?
Ones?
Like, I wanted to see some titties.
God.
Come on, y'all.
This is the exact team. It should be like, I don't know, 10s, 20s. Come on, let's...
Yeah, that's valid. Well, I mean, at $3,000, I'm thinking if that was an expense, that probably wasn't singles.
Yeah.
That was probably drinks.
That's right.
Lap dances. Oh.
And that's probably just the main bill. I'm sure people put other things on their corporate cards. You know what I mean?
Yes, I'm sure.
It's probably a $15K night plus.
But this world of HR that's like, you can't make this shit up and things happen. And even when you have like, which so many people in that moment and after would just be like, I can't say anything. I can't say anything because, you are worried about your job at risk or the CEO, saying things to you. But to say that in the moment, be like, are you sure that's the right thing to do? Please take my daughter.
Sure.
Just take my daughter.
Girls,
I wonder if the daughter knew.
I mean, maybe.
One, why was she even coming? Like, for real though.
Yeah, that was
like
weird.
Even prior to titties. I mean, why are you inviting your daughter? And then to have someone to escort her because we're going to go look at titties. Like, what?
Yeah. Have you guys ever been, have you literally thinking?
Yes, I've been to a strip club.
No. Cool. Not my question, but I appreciate that. I love learning every Friday at happy hour.
Love the transparency. I love the transparency.
But have you ever been in a meeting where an executive, especially senior most executive, brings their child in and you're like, okay. Often it's like maybe a college student that's like, I have ideas on how you guys should run your business. I've sat through some of those sometimes and you're just like, no. Like, and again, I preach, like I just made a video recently on having friendships of all ages. So I'm not trying to poo-poo that, but it's like that experience where it's like the executive and their child and it's only a matter of time because they're going to take your job. And so you're like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Or they hire them.
I'm sure that this is a common thing, but I cannot tell you how many executives have either sent me their child's resume to review or asked me to do mock interviews. I mean, I literally in my 21 years, I have done this numerous times and it irks the shit out of me. And then I'm thinking, well, I am getting paid to do this because you're allowing me to do this on company time.
Well, no, you're not.
I mean, technically.
But they're not like, okay, Jamie, what can I take off your plate so that you can do this instead? You're expected to do.
Of course not. It's like
all of your work.
Hey, will you take a look at my daughter's resume?
Oh, gosh. Like that's not a service.
I can't tell you how many times.
Yeah. No, it's a lot. Or, hey, can you just put my niece on the payroll so that they can work here?
Oh,
or can you put
benefits.
my
Nepo babies?
No, seriously, that's a thing.
I know we've said the road to hell is paved with incentive trips and holiday parties, but I also think we got to add it's also paved
titty bars
with the chairman of the board's nephew's fraternity brother, who's going to be hired as an intern and then shows up and does nothing, and you can't do anything about it if you want to have job security. And so I think those. I am sure this at this happy hour, those in HR are cheersing the number of resumes they've been asked to look at. When if a like frontline employee were to like have to bring their child to work for something, or they wanted to do that, it would be like time theft.
A big
use of company resources.
It's against this policy all of a sudden,
But like, help out. And so what I think would be much more valuable, and perhaps this is more of a Wednesday topic because this is more business than bullshit, but for organizations, if you want to do something nice, have HR take some things off their plate and have a day where you help out any, give resume tips, including families and dependents of some of your frontline employees.
Yeah, that is actually really cool.
Like that just came to me after, most good ideas come. So I'm going to put that on the back of a napkin. But to do that, that's going to be a better use of people's time in a short amount of time, and do some of those to help. And that I'm more receptive to, of helping people that probably are more needing and appreciative of help.
Mm-hmm.
But just don't blame HR for that shit. Like if you're listening to this and you do not work in HR, which I think is the majority of our listeners, honestly, we have a ton of people that, listen because they're leaders, they're professionals, they want to learn something. I don't know. Maybe they just like voice. Listening to us talk.
That's what I was going to say. They like Leigh's voice.
And they like my voice, and that's okay too.
Just say a few names. We're going to pull some names from a hat.
I know,
Leigh will
right? Johnny. Hey, John. Hey, Steve. Hey, Michael. It's wonderful to have you here listening.
Someone's going back 15 seconds.
Venmo me $20. Exactly.
Can you add? Wait, what's the upsell for feet pics, Leigh?
Oh my God.
$200.
Okay.
I was going to say $500.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Inflation. Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, mine are $250.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know what I mean? Damn, in this economy, shit, at least $500. I mean, you want the pair, right? $250 for one, shit. But, just don't blame HR for this shit, because we do push back. We do counsel. We do coach. But, someone's brother being an intern here or something is not our hill to die on. Like we get fired too. I've definitely been fired for not going along for something. And that's one of those things where it's not necessarily an integrity issue.
Right.
Like, you know, it's not like illegal. How about that? It's, you know, it's like one of those gray ethics concerns where it's like, damn, you should not be doing this really for your professional brand, CEO. Like, you look cringe as fuck doing this. I highly don't recommend it. We don't have a policy on it, but should you really be doing, you know, it's like a lot of those conversations are happening. But just because, you know, Jamie's processing the fucking payroll on it or coaching or whatever, you know, or doing I mean, don't be coming at us because, you know, we have to eat too. You know, so it's just not one of those hills to die on. It's not something like gravely illegal. It's just totally inappropriate. You know, I mean, what can you do?
As an HR professional, do I make a note that I said don't do this and document it? I fucking absolutely do.
You put it in Discover, you send the email. CYA, cover your ass.
Yep.
If anyone's ever done a termination of employment and some of those back pocket things have not come out of like, well, this is what I was asked to do, or this happened a few years ago, that's when like, you know, that wallet comes out of the back and the things. But the unfortunate thing is that people don't feel comfortable talking about that. And it just creates, like, you know, toxicity. Having one like literally intern of like summer intern of this executive, this board member, someone they know can make an environment toxic because all of a sudden the number one qualification everyone talks about with that person is their relationship to an executive. Everybody knows what that means. And so then it's like completely unequal. Everybody's pissed. Even if someone is qualified, some of the best situations I've seen have been even relatives of those board members that come and like work those roles and like show that they're there. They do, you know, they work alongside people, but often it's like,
juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Yeah. And there'll be executives like, well, I'm an exexecutive. I'm an owner. I'm this. This is my company. Okay. Well, this is my life and I am going to choose to live it elsewhere. And blast it on Glassdoor is what response you should expect.
Hello, besties. It's Leigh here, and I have something very surprising to share with you. Would you believe that I'm over 40? I know. I don't act it. But the day that I turned 40, I swear, my hair, oh my gosh, she just started thinning out. Unacceptable. So that's when I went running to Vegamore. Absolutely adore Vegamore. Now, real change happens when you're consistent, and achieving the hair of your dreams is no exception. Thanks to Vegamore, sticking to my hair routine has never been easier, and I'm finally seeing the results that I have always wanted. Vegamore products are 100% cruelty-free and are never, ever formulated with potentially harmful chemicals like parabens and hormones. When it comes to seeing results, the key is consistency. And I've made it a part of my daily routine for several weeks now, and I am so happy with the way my hair looks and feels. So smooth. But for the best results, use for a minimum 3 months for visibly fuller, healthier, and thicker looking hair. I cannot wait. My favorite product of Vegamore is the Grow Hair Serum. I absolutely love it. It is so silky smooth. It is not oily. I can put it on in the morning and look fantastic through the day. No one even knows it's there. Oh, I cannot wait to have this hair growth serum just magically transform my hair. Oh, I'm so excited. Having my monthly subscription of Grow Hair Serum, Vegamore makes it easy to stay consistent. When I sign up for a monthly subscription, I can get 1 bottle or 3 bottles sent to me. Plus, I save more and I never run low on the products I need to take care of my hair. Fun fact, Vegamore sells 1 bottle of Grow Hair Serum every 15 seconds on their website. Oh my goodness, that is how good this stuff is. Elevate your hair wellness routine this year with Vegamore. For a limited time, get 20% off your first subscription order by going to vegamore.com/besties and use code besties at checkout. That's VEGAMORE VEGAMOUR.com/besties, code besties to save 20% off your first order. VEGAMOUR.com/besties, code besties.
If you're like me and like high quality items, but don't want to pay high prices, then check out Quince. Quince prices its items 50 to 80% less than similar brands. How do they do that? By partnering directly with factories. And every factory they work with has safe, ethical, and responsible practices. I love that. And for me, I was looking for two things. One was earrings. I like to wear fun earrings on camera. And I got a pair of beautiful croissant hoop silver ones that are perfect for work or fun. And I also wanted a new watch band. I've been wearing mine forever. So I got a red faux croc embossed band that really pops. They both came right after I ordered them and in fancy packaging. My mom was visiting and saw them and said, "Ooh, I love Quince." Me too, Mom. Indulge in affordable luxury. Go to quince.com/HRBesties for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's quince.com/HRBesties to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/HRBesties.
So I have a good one though. That's pretty adjacent, right? So you talking right there reminded me of this one time I was integrating a new business into a much larger business. And the previous president of that business came to me like in March or something, like really late for a summer intern, right? And said, "Hey, I need you to put a summer intern into payroll." I was like, "Well, we're not doing interns here. This place is a fucking shit show. Like, we're in the middle of acquisition. And I mean, like, why the fuck would we put an intern here?" And oh, FYI, that would have started last summer, basically, like August of last year in this huge Fortune 10 company, right? Like, all the interns are placed. What are you talking about? Like, there's a formal process for this.
And then it starts to become crystal clear.
Oh, yeah. And then he goes, no, this is just someone that we've always had in the business. She's come the last couple of years. I'm like, who is it? It was his Swedish maid. So this adorable, gorgeous, like Swedish model that, what is it? The people that stay in the house?
Au pair?
It's not a maid. Oh, au pair. Okay. Like all rude. I called them maids. I couldn't think of the word though. I was thinking docent. I was like, it's not a docent.
Fall into like walking around the museum. Let me show you your own house.
Exactly.
Exactly. These are your children. Let me introduce you to your children that you don't.
No, literally. Like it's like a 10,000 square foot house. No, literally. They get to visit with them once a week. Right. But no, it was that sort of situation where, he would bring her in, put her on payroll. The wife goes on vacation for the summer and whatever happens, in that mansion during the summer happens, right? And I am paying her to do whatever like that. So anyways, I told him, oh, no, that's legally impossible because, of course, I had to get a visa or whatever. I mean, all these things have to happen. The student visa, all this bullshit. And and she's starting next week. Fuck no, she's not. Anyway, that guy and I fought a lot, but good times.
Well, I'm just amazed she's starting next week and not she started last week.
Yeah, or today.
For real. Well, she ain't getting paid.
Yeah, and she didn't get paid. Why didn't she not get paid? First I've heard of
volunteer
this.
Work.
Yeah, but she has she needs a visa. Come on, it's like the Mary Poppins bibbidi bobbidi boo expectation that oh my God, as well, if anybody in HR has had to deal with trying to get the visa of
oh God, no. Don't turn it this way.
I've got stories for fucking days.
Don't turn the conversation that way.
I can't. We can't. This is, you know what?
Me too. It's horrific.
J1s.
Oh, girl.
Oh my gosh. But man, that's a great story there.
It is.
Like, are you sure
classic, yeah.
you want to do
And then you go and you know, just like us besties would be, that this executive, they probably already are besties being the only two females on this team, but they're like poking each other, texting each other about what the fuck are we going to do? And like, what are we going to say? Good night. Yeah. Do we tuck her in? And then I'd be like, all right, let's go out. Let's go out after we
on the company bill and spend $4,000. Fuck y'all. Because that pisses me off not being included like that,
Yeah. Leigh wants to see titties too.
Well, I just want to be out with my team forming bonds and team building, and treat it like the executive that I used to be.
Yeah. See, like
I've never been to a strip club. Not that way. I've never.
For a team bonding experience. Okay, I got it.
No.
Oh my God.
No, I haven't been to
for a team bonding experience.
Jamie and I both just did the eyes emoji. If you can see him trying to.
Leigh, I understand what you're saying. I'm joking about the titties, but like
I've only been to the men's side kind. Only been to the kind with men.
Oh, like Thunder from Down Under?
Yeah, like that.
All right. I love this.
I haven't been to the strip clubs where it's women.
I actually recall a story that Leigh once told us.
Oh gosh, which one?
Yeah, now I'm trying to remember. Wait, not what?
I'm all now. Text it to me, and I'll let you know if I'll share it. You're like, you don't want to hear. No one needs to be hearing this, girl. You got a brand, okay? You got a brand to protect.
just like in a meeting where sometimes a short phrase or word can capture everything, or the phrase "bless your heart" can communicate so much. Leigh's is going to capture a lot, I think, in my mind. So yeah.
Like maybe instead of titties, we go to Topgolf.
I love Topgolf. I love going to Topgolf. I didn't recognize.
I've never been, and I want to go so bad.
Oh, it's so fun.
We have one in Nashville too.
Oh, yeah.
Never been.
You should go.
Yeah,
I like to drink and eat there.
Yeah, I just want to like hit balls really hard.
Yeah, and I'll hit balls hard.
Yeah. Some people will bring their own clubs to Topgolf.
Oh, come get a fucking grip. Chill the fuck out.
Okay, Ashley did it.
Okay, I mean, I haven't, but I'm a lefty lady golfer, and so when I show up, the only left-handed clubs they have are men's. So I haven't brought my own exactly for that, because I would assume the reaction would be exactly as what you guys just did, and so I'm happy to pressure test that privately amongst this group and on a podcast. I bet some of our listeners have some good Topgolf stories, and about like some executive bringing like their golf clubs with you, probably making the intern bring them.
Oh yeah.
I would overcompensate for you. Like if you brought your golf clubs, I'd be like, she's a lefty. She's a lefty.
See, that's Bestie.
Oh, I know. She tried to smooth it out for you.
That is Bestie. But Jamie came in. Well, speaking of, Jamie came in this week as ride or die Bestie on Leigh.
Oh, gee whiz.
It was right. We said this.
She's crazy.
Everybody, I am the researcher. Jamie is the all-around best of a type of bestie wing moment that will come for you hard, right?
Yeah.
And she did this week for Leigh.
Yes, because somebody told me that I had it was a long comment, actually.
Long.
It was like impressive to me that someone would write that. Well, it was worrisome to me is more fascinating, right? Like a documentary sort of topic, that someone would write like such a long comment. It was like 20 lines of comment to just say they were jealous of my eyelashes. I mean, because that's all they had to say, right? But it was this long ass comment, and they said that I have eyelashes like a $2 hooker. That's how it is.
But yeah, because it started with the she, which again, she obviously doesn't listen to the podcast, because we've said in the past, when you leave a comment, yes, other people can see it, but so can we. Not always, we don't see all of our comments, which is for the best. But when you say she, like we can see it, and so she described you as she. I think she was like, if she were my HR person, I couldn't focus whatsoever because of her eyelashes.
Oh, do you want me to just read it? I found it.
Yeah,
well, because you brought it up, so let me read it. She says, what the fuck is, now this is a public comment on Instagram, FYI. And I know sometimes we talk about comments on here, but it was, I've probably received like 100 messages from people because I put this in my stories. What the fuck is with those eyelashes? 4 question marks. Can you not make an effort to at least make them look like you cared enough not to try and distract anyone who's forced to have a conversation with you? Damn, fuck.
So she did use you. So she does realize she's talking to you. Damn, that was wrong. My memory was faulty.
If I was called into your office for an HR meeting, I wouldn't have a clue what was discussed, because the entire meeting I would be trying to come up with a tactful, HR appropriate way to tell you that you look like a $2 hooker. Oh my God. Okay. First of all, $2. I said at least $2,000. I mean, $2 in this economy. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, look how much her feet pics are going for.
Well, and she has her Instagram under her real name, so bless that. Oh, and she's from Canada. And so it's what I said to Leigh. I said it was even more insulting because that's about $1.43 US.
$1.43.
What the heck? Oh my goodness.
I know, but that was my first reaction. I was like, $2? Shit. I mean, at least 2,000 in this economy. I can't even buy eggs for that shit. Damn,
No.
So it's weird because it was kind of like complimentary, but not in a, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like she's distracted, but I guess because they're so disgusting. I don't know.
Well, then Jamie comes in.
Oh, then Jamie comes in, writes her a comment, of course. She said, I'm going to send this to your employer.
I just simply let her know that I was sending it to her employer. That's all.
And it did get sent to her employer.
It did get sent to her employer.
Damn. I mean, so that's my advice. I mean, if you're going to be clocking those bitch overtime hours, the BOTs, do not use your real name.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Use your real name.
I reported it as hate speech. I use Leigh's normal technique. Reported it as hate speech because I hated it. So I hated it. So
it's bullying and harassment. But yeah, that was a good one. Right?
Then I came in with a long comment about how pathetic and sad she must be.
Yeah, yours was funny, man. Like, what did you say? Like, write this in your sad diary or something. Sad journal.
Yes, I said there's two things you should do with this. One is write it in your world's saddest diary, or two, keep it out and basically don't try to bring down someone who has. And your whole video was about like kindness and uplifting people. Like that was the ironic part. But anyway,
yes, it was all about like positivity, and so for someone to come in with that bullshit was just fascinating. Like that's what they got out of the video. And what's wild is that video, my eyelashes, that was just one coat of mascara. Like that was like a quickie job.
It wasn't like your normal.
No, it wasn't very thick because sometimes the volume, TMI, but TMI, ladies or anyone who wears mascara, like the volume of the mascara on your eyes can change like because, you're putting multiple coats on or whatever. Well, sometimes my anxiety will get real bad. I'm overthinking on something and I'll just sit there and just like I'm putting a shit ton on. So then they're like super dark. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, but it wasn't one of those days is my point. They were very thin. My God. But anyways, sorry for my $2 hooker eyes.
But it always is so shocking to me that people comment on physical appearance under a video that you posted. Like they almost forget that we can read those comments. And we're people too. I know, I don't know. I know I've bitched about this so many times, but it just irks the shit out of me.
I just feel bad for them.
Well, I just took a picture. I'm going to put it on our Instagram story on like right when we publish this, go live. Because I don't know why, Jamie, it looked like, are your headphones around your neck now?
Yeah, they were making.
Did you take them off like you're a DJ?
No, they fucking made a weird noise. We're making a weird noise, so I had to take them off. Y'all sounded like fucking aliens.
More so than I usually do.
Yeah. So,
but you look like you have like a turtleneck or like a barber thing on, and so I'm going to put this on
she looks
story
cool as shit. Look at her, she goes hard.
That's right.
I like
look at that. There you go. Now we're gonna have to put him back. We're gonna put him back on, but. Anyway, it looked funny when they were around there, so I just took a picture. So I'll pop that on our Instagram story, HRBesties Pod Insta.
We have a speaker's agent now, which is cool as shit. So what is that? That means that we had a organization reach out to us, Gotham Artists, shout out, saying they wanted to represent us for speaking engagements, which is amazing. I know.
What?
So HRBesties and then all of us individually as well. So, I mean, what an honor, right? That is so cool. So we have profiles out there now. We have them in our bios. If you want to book us, please do. But our agent, cool as shit. Fun fact, Anthony Bourdain's agent of like 20 years. I mean, what the fuck? Like
Lori, shout out to Lori Barnett. She's amazing. So you'll see it. So if you do ever want anything, you can go to our page. We have like a whole speaking thing and you can reach out because she does that. But it's so wild. For all of us, I think. So
like little old me. What?
Well, don't call yourself old because I'm older than you. Little young you.
Oh, I know.
Oh, well, only by a few months, please.
Well, that counts. That counts. So, as the elder of this group.
But we love being out there because we love meeting you all in person. Right? I mean, we love doing the speaking thing. I have an engagement at a headquarters in Pennsylvania here in a couple of weeks, and I won't divulge the name yet, but I'm so excited for that. So excited. And the same goes with conferences too. right? Everyone's reaching out, asking us which conferences are we going to be at this year and all that. And we're having conversations, we're having discussions, but we love to be out there and shaking hands, kissing babies, all that bullshit,
Isn't that kind of a funny thing, like kissing babies? Like, would you want your baby kissed, Jamie?
Oh, fuck no.
I mean,
fuck no.
I don't know if I'd want to kiss a baby or have
Hell
it.
no.
Thank you. Although I did once.
No.
I would want to kiss a baby.
Well,
like cuddle with it, but I wouldn't cross that boundary.
We were flying to New York. My daughter, now she's a teenager, but she was a baby, like 10 months old. And we flew to New York, and I got off the plane, and Gayle King was right there at the end of the runway waiting. I guess she was going from New York to Atlanta. I could not have thrown my daughter harder at her. I mean, I have a picture. I will put it. I do have that picture, so I'll pop it on the story. I mean, literally, I don't know. I certainly don't know her. I mean, she smiled and she was very friendly, but maybe I don't know. What is?
You gave her your baby?
Yes. And she took her, and
Did she ask for it?
I don't think so.
See, I think that's what's happening, is that people are giving people their babies to kiss.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think in my mind she asked.
So Oprah is your daughter's godmother by default.
Yes, oh. That's right. This is true,
By default.
Oh, that's cool as shit. Damn. Well, yeah, but conferences, yes. I mean, excited about those. Do you have any crazy conference experiences that you can share?
No, I bring a very professional. I do. People do. That is one thing. That is one thing. Well, that is one thing that they're like. Do you? And I say this to people all the time. And that's just part of the reason why in my filming I took down our HRBesties sign for some of my things, because it said business and bullshit. And I thought, well, I gotta be professional. And so we do bring bring professional. So please know that we have.
Well, maybe y'all do.
I know. I was like, I'm a slut for conferences, and I go hard. Like, I like to go out and schmooze and dine and booze and all of that. And some conferences, you drink.
Yeah, it's true.
People have champagne and whatever else at their booths, and I just circulate and chat. And
I'm happy to do that. I've spoken a number of times in person. I do a lot virtually now, a lot of team building stuff. Yeah. But thank you. But I spoke when I was in Sydney. I spoke at the International Bar Association conference on this panel. And this weekend too, the people it was with like a panelist. They're from Ireland, Paris, our whole panel. We talked about religion at work and different things around the world. But it was from the Irish and Parisian speakers. And I saw the two of them were together at a conference this weekend. And I was like, oh my God, our dream team. It was so much fun. And all of our prep calls were super fun. So we love all that stuff. I like going to conferences too. I think it's just fun to be there and, I don't know, meet people.
The energy, the swag. All of that. Oh, I love a good conference, but definitely reach out if you'd like to see your HRBesties on the road. We love that you all drop in our emails and DMs and let us know where you all are going to be too and what conferences you're attending. So that's awesome. It's good to keep developing.
Yay, learning, growth, yay. Always.
Learning, yay.
Yay, book us.
I've learned enough. Ooh, it's happy hour. Everyone's drinking.
I haven't even started drinking.
Oh, gosh. So imagine you at a conference, huh?
We're real professional. Well,
yeah, we're very professional.
I said y'all were, not so much me.
Exactly, right? There we go. Hey, it's always good to let loose, have a little happy hour. If you're going to happy hour later, enjoy.